Hi, my name is Sam Lee, and today I'm going to walk you through my Notion journey and why you should consider using Notion too. If you're someone who feels like you aren't doing something as well as you want to be doing, such as school, your professional life, or even personal life, Notion can be a tool for you. As a content creator, I've amassed over 20,000 plays on TikTok, 25,000 plays on Instagram Reels, and over 8,000 views here on YouTube. I also have published 4 free Notion templates and 1 paid Notion template, all in Notion's official template gallery, and I ran my university's first ever Notion student bootcamp. Today we'll be going over my personal journey with Notion that started just under 4 years ago and how I went through many trials and tribulations with the software to go from being extremely confused with Notion to ultimately using it to help improve my life. At the end of the video, I'll go over ways on how you can get started with Notion, or if you're already a user, how to perhaps make your Notion usage even more efficient. Feel free to like, subscribe, and continue to follow my content if this is something you might be interested in, and my other socials will be in the description down below if you would like to follow me there as well. Part 1, the beginning. I downloaded Notion at the beginning of my college experience, which was fall 2020, and I promptly did not use it. Both the computer version, which is like the desktop app, and the mobile version, which is the app on your phone, were both very complex to me. Even though you started with a blank screen or a blank page, there wasn't a lot of guidance on where to go from that, and I really didn't use it my first semester of college. 2 very important things changed going from fall 2020 to spring 2021. First, I decided to move to DC even though that classes were still online. I was able to move with a friend to DC to at least somewhat have the college experience, and also I decided to start this YouTube channel. Both of those things required a lot of organization and knowledge keeping, and Notion turned out to be a great tool for that. Spring of 2021, I restarted my relationship with Notion in the purest form possible, which was just using Notion as many people at the beginning use it as, which is a notebook on your computer or on your phone. Just using it to create pages, take notes, and kind of move on from there. I was also able to use it for both my classes and personal item keeping and tracking for spring 2021. This phase of my Notion journey definitely had its bumps, and you can check it out above at the link. But overall, I was able to use Notion a bit more consistently, which is the key to starting to use Notion. Part 2, the growth. In sophomore year, I not only moved to the campus of my school for the very first time, but I also started exploring how to use Notion a bit more effectively. As I mentioned at this point, it was little more than a linked library and somewhat organized notebook, but my Notion capabilities weren't really reaching to the integrations and the level of specificity that I wanted. Notion has a great template gallery with many starting points for your school, your work, your life, your documentation, anything really that you think is worth keeping track of. Notion probably has some sort of template, either that people at the company made or also Notion creators made, that should give you a starting point. That's exactly how I approached my classes sophomore year, where I was able to start with the school home template that Notion has in order to categorize everything based on the courses I was taking, when assignments were due, how to keep track of syllabi, grades, and using the system honestly not only helped me improve my grades, but also my learning process. I know that in college sometimes the learning process comes second to just doing well or doing however well you need to in class, but using Notion actually allowed me the time to really think through how I like to learn and what learning strategies worked for me. In junior year, I not only continued to use Notion for my schoolwork, internship searching, and my jobs, but I, for the first time, was able to develop Notion for an entire organization. And it was a club on campus that I helped start, where I was able to develop a team space and keep track of meeting notes, organizational files, and ultimately the entire system and operations of the organization. This was the first time I was actually able to use Notion in a broader team context, and once again it showed me not only how much I had learned about Notion up until that point, but how much more there was to learn. And I really enjoyed the functionalities of Notion and making sure that people knew what their tasks were and the organization could run as smooth as possible. Part 3, the events. In senior year of college, I clearly had a lot of Notion experience at this point, so I decided to try publishing a Notion template. As I mentioned earlier in the video, Notion has a template gallery for creators to upload their templates, and I decided to give it a shot. I currently have a couple of templates on the template gallery, including a book hub, a content consumption tracker, a feedback tracker for essays, and also an interview prep tracker. And it's been really fun. That one is a new part of my journey with Notion and trying to create templates that not only are useful for me, but useful for other people. And the other main thing I was able to do with Notion this past year was actually run my school's first ever Notion boot camp, where for a week, me and a couple of students worked one-on-one with how they use their Notion and how they could continue improving it as well, which I hope to continue doing going forward, not just for students at my previous school, but now also anywhere that students want help with their Notion. And yeah, it was really, really fun. I had a lot of great times, not only teaching what I knew about Notion, but again, like learning new things about Notion that I didn't know before. And that really helped me see how far, again, I've come with Notion, but how much left there is to go. That's where I currently am with my Notion journey. And if you're interested in learning more about Notion, feel free to use my Notion affiliate link in the description to sign up and check it out for yourself. If you're ready to take the plunge either with starting to use Notion or maybe improving your current Notion skills, also feel free to book a call with me. A link is in the description as well. I'm always excited to help people and talk to people about how they could be improving how they use their Notion. Finally, don't forget to check out my other socials for more insights and tips. I will be focusing on producing, hopefully, Notion, technology, and productivity content, both here on my YouTube and on my other socials on a consistent basis. So if those topics are of any interest to you, please stay tuned, and we'll see you next time.